You
want me to look at the
slightly
camera?
off camera. No, look at me.
Off camera, okay.
Yeah. I guess, Seth, the first question, I guess, one that you're going to answer a million times. How does a pro basketball player's son end up playing the game of hockey at an elite level like you are right now?
Well, it actually started in Colorado. I lived there for 8 years. I started playing hockey when I was 5 years old. My dad retired in Colorado, so we stayed there after he retired. Then I moved to Texas about 5 years ago and continued playing there. I got done playing there in U18 for the Dallas Stars. Then I went to the U.S. program in Ann Arbor, Michigan, and it was a fabulous time there the past 2 years. And I'm going to play for Portland next year, so I'm really looking forward to that.
What got you interested in hockey? Like, what's your first hockey memory, or something that said, hey, you know what, I want to play this game?
I was actually at the Stanley Cup game that the Avs won there, so I was actually had glass seats. It was an awesome experience. So that was kind of the starting point of my career in hockey. Just knowing that I wanted to play. Just the pace and the tempo. It's a lot faster than basketball. There's no stops, or there's obviously whistles and stuff, but just the tempo, it's always going.
How helpful has Dad been in this process that you're building up to, and we'll get into that part as well, with the fact that, you know, going into your draft year, how much do you think it helps to have a dad? Maybe probably could beat him pretty badly in the street hockey, but what kind of advice does he give you, and how helpful is it to have a dad who's seen the pro sports scene like he has?
It's extremely helpful. He played for 12 years, and he knows what it takes in any sport, not just basketball, to get to the next level, the highest level. Just keep your head on straight is really the main thing. You're going to have pressure from everybody. Do this, do that. You got to do stuff for yourself and for your career.
Talk about the type of player that you become. Obviously, scouts are starting to talk about. I've been talking about you for a couple of years now, but a real important year for you. But describe what kind of a defenseman you are, Seth.
I think I'm a two-way defenseman. I like to pride myself on my skating ability. That's probably my number one strength, and then probably my hockey sense, my IQ. Just the first pass and the breakout. That's very important to me. I like to jump in the rush too whenever I get the chance. Whenever I see a hole in the play, I like to jump in and try to create some offense.
I've been to this camp a few years before, talking to the Canes and the Kessels, and now the Seth Jones, and I always ask the question, what goes through your mind now? A year from now, you'll probably, you will be wearing an NHL jersey, but now people, a lot of people are hype about Nathan McKinnon up where I'm from, but now a lot of writers are saying, hey, Seth's the guy. How do you kind of deal with that and kind of put it into perspective? You seem like a real easygoing guy.
Yeah, I am. I'm trying not to look at that stuff too much. I'm just really focused on next year. Nate's a great player, obviously. He's going to have a great year. I'm looking at a great year also. Be very consistent in Portland, and play my game and not try to listen to the media and stuff like that. Not let that try to get to my attention. So just really focusing on next year, and obviously that stuff's going to be in my head, but I'm trying to keep it out as much as possible.
I follow you on Twitter, and if I wasn't even thinking of this question until I brought up Nathan McKinnon. You guys train together. I think I've seen you on Twitter. You guys train together. I think you guys were at the Cup final in LA. Talk about that relationship that you're building with a guy who is trying to get that number one spot just like you are.
It's a great relationship. There's obviously some competitiveness, and which is great. You always need someone to push you. To be that much better. We're great friends off the ice. We push each other on and off the ice while we're training, and it's a great friend to have. So.
Let's take a picture while I'm doing that. Talk about this camp now. Obviously, some disappointment from the World Junior perspective, the fact you couldn't participate last year, and the team didn't have the greatest result. But tell me what your thoughts are going into this camp, and what kind of goals you're setting for yourself.
I really like the look of it right now for this camp. I was obviously here last year too, and a lot of similarities to last year's team. We have forwards up front that can create a lot of offense for us, and defense in the back that are very good defensively and shut down D, and a lot of defensemen that can create offense for the team too. So goaltending is obviously a huge factor, and you have John Gibson and Gillies and Stolarz, and so it should be a really good year. I think I'm really looking forward to it.
We're in a young part of this camp, and how hungry are you guys because of the fact that obviously you weren't there on the ice, but obviously there's a lot of things for USA Hockey has always been top 3, top 4, and last year almost getting relegated for the first time since then. How hungry is this group, and how hungry are you as a player to prove that was a complete anomaly last year?
Yeah, no, we're really looking for a bounce back year here, and I think we're going to come out of the gates hot and show everyone what we had. And last year was just kind of a fluke. So yeah, you can tell in the locker rooms that everyone's really hungry for this one and want to prove everyone wrong.
Lastly, this camp itself, what do you like about this? It's really, I guess, kind of a unique thing. It's been going on for a while. Doesn't get a whole lot of media attention, but what do you think of the fact that you're going to get an opportunity once again to play the Finns and the Swedes, a few months before that ever important tournament?
It's a great opportunity. You get a sneak preview of what the Finns and the Swedes have, and this might not be their full team, but you get a really good idea. They should have most of their players, I'm thinking. So I think that's good for us to kind of see where we're at positionally, and try to be the best we can be by December.
Last question, I promise.
Yeah.
Portland, talk about what you're looking forward to in your first year in the Dub.
Looking for an up-tempo game. I talked to Mike Johnston and Travis Green, the two coaches there, and they tell me that we play a really up-tempo game. Not like to dump the puck as much, and all about puck possession. So I'm really looking forward to that. And transition play is huge for them too. They like to get the defense involved in the play a lot. They have Pouliot back there, and they lost Morrow this year, which is a big. He got a lot of points last year for him, but I'm looking in, trying to kind of follow in his steps and try to be that guy that gets creates some offense for the team.